Hello, welcome back to Martial Arts and Fitness UK. Here we are for lesson number 2, kickboxing lesson number 2. Now, if you're following along with the kickboxing book, paperback edition, or the Kindle edition, then today's lesson objective, we're going to be looking at the front kick, and you'll find that one on page 56. Now, there is a video link on YouTube to all the basic kicks, so front kick is obviously on there as well. But today's lesson is principally going to be learning the front kick, so it's just an introduction, okay? If you haven't got the book yet, if you're not following along, it is available on Amazon, and there's a link in the description below. All right, so let's get cracking with lesson number 2. So remember, respects first, so you're going to bring your feet together, hands are going to come up, head down, so show them respects. Great job. Okay, so next we've got the warm-up to begin with, so all we're going to do is just start jogging on the spot. Here we are again in our makeshift dojo. It's what is it, January, so it's a bit nippy, the sun's not shining quite so much, so we're going to keep working. For those of you who are training in your front room, lucky you, you've got your heaters on. Us garage folk, we've got it bad. So from here, I'm going to kick our feet out to the corners of the room. Good stuff, that's it. And then out to the side, side to side, kick your feet out. That's it, you've got it. Okay, keep that going. And then back to jogging, we're going to go a little bit faster. That's good. Okay, so next up, I just want you to lift your knees up. That's good. So nice and high with this one. That's it. Tassels flying everywhere. Keep it going. Okay, and relax, shake them out. Okay, moving on then to the stretch. So first off, I want you to take your feet. No, I don't. I want you to take one big step forwards. And remember, we're going to keep your heel on the floor and then lean yourself to the front. Keep your back leg straight. That's good. Hold that stretch. Okay, so from there, I'm going to go straight into the second one. So, come onto your toes and then sink yourself forward. Hold the stretch. That's great, and switch it over. So, one big step forward, remember, so heel on the floor, back leg straight, lean yourself to the front. Good stuff. And then straight into the second one, onto your toes, sink your body forward, and hold that stretch. Good stuff. Okay, and back up. So this time, I'm going to grab the foot and then pull back on the leg, knees together, and little wobble, and then push your hip forwards. So we're stretching down the front of the leg. Hold that one. Good stuff. Now relax, and then the other side. So you're going to grab the foot, knees together, push the hip forward, stretching the front of the leg. That's great. Hold that stretch. Awesome. And gently relax. Now we're going to take our feet shoulder width and a half apart. So with this one, try and keep your feet facing to the front, toes to the front, legs straight, and we're going to bend forward from the waist. Go as far forward as you can, and hold that stretch. So you're going to feel this on the back of the legs. That's good. Okay, then this time you're going to walk over to one side. Grab your foot, or your shin, or your knee, whatever you can reach, but over to one side. Good job. And then over to the other side, same again. Grab your foot, your shin, or your knee. Doesn't matter how far you go, just keep the leg straight. Good stuff. Back into the middle, stretch a little bit further. Good job. Bend the legs, roll your body up. Good stuff. This time, you're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to unlock the legs. With this one, make sure you've got lots of space around you as before. So we're going to just start to rotate the waist and let your arms go around for the ride. That's good. So start off nice and slow. And speed it up. Okay, next one. Link your fingers together. So you're going to turn your hands upside down and we're going to reach up to the sky. That's good. And then hold that stretch high as you can go for you. That's great. And then for this one, just tilt to one side. That's good. And then tilt to the other side. That's good. Hold that stretch. And then back to normal. And just relax. Good stuff. Next one, last one. You're going to bring your feet together and you're going to sit yourself down so as low as you can go, and then give your legs a hug. So you're going to squeeze with the arms. And so you feel this pulling across the top of your back. That's good. Hold that there. Okay, and relax. Straighten up. Shake out your arms and legs. Good stuff. Let's move on. Right then, moving on, it's time for skipping. So today I'm going to do the alternative. So some lessons I'll do the skipping, some lessons I'll do the alternative. So this is just in case you either haven't got a skipping rope yet, or if you're restricted on space. If your ceiling height isn't too high, it's kind of difficult, especially if you're training at home in the front room or in the garage. It is difficult to get some skipping in. I appreciate that. So we have an alternative. I have an alternative for you. Now, so you're just going to do this exactly the same when we're doing the skipping. If you've got a skipping rope, skip. It's awesome. But if not, this is what we're going to do. So all you're going to do is jump out to the side, bring your feet back in, left leg in front, out to the side, right leg in front, out to the side, left leg in front, out to the side, right leg in front. Now for health and safety purposes, if you do have tassos like me, I've been whacked in the face already, tuck these out of the way, make your life a bit easier. Okay. So we're going to do a minute round and then 30 seconds rest, and then a second 1 minute round as well, either skipping or the alternative. Okay guys, just like before, I'm going to overlay some music on this one, so if you don't like it, no problems, stick on your own tunes for a minute and I'll flash up a timer for the video so you know when to stop. Okay, so first round, are we ready? And off we go. Okay, rest period's over. Let's get cracking with round two. Off we go. Great job with the skipping, guys. So now we're going to move on with the crux of the lesson, which is the front kick, or in this case, the front snap kick. Now there are multiple different versions of front kick, but this is going to be a nice basic one, front snap kick. So I'm going to give you a quick demo and a short explanation just to give you the basics of the kick, and then we're going to move on, obviously do some kicks ourselves, move across onto the bag. I know you love hitting the bag, but let's get the basics of it first. So I'm going to start side on. And this kick, we're going to be doing it with the front leg and the rear leg today. And there are going to be 4 basic components to the kick. So hopefully if you can get these 4, then we're away, okay? It's not too difficult. So what we're going to do is lift up, in this instance, the rear leg. So this is part number 1. So you're going to lift the leg up in front of you like this. Number 2, you're going to extend the leg. I'll come to the kicking part in just a moment. Number 3, you're going to bring the leg back. And then number 4, you're going to put the foot down, whether that's in front of you or whether that's behind you. Okay, but we're going to put the foot back onto the floor. So 4 component parts. So 1, lift the leg. 2, extend the leg. 3, bring the leg back. 4, put the leg down. So if we're front on from here, normal fighting stance, the rear leg comes up or the front leg comes up, this is your chamber. So number 1, you chamber the leg and bring it up in front of you. Number 2, you extend the leg out front. Number 3, bring it back. Number 4, foot back on the floor. So with this particular kick, you're going to be aiming to hit with the ball of the foot. So as we're doing this, you want to lift your toes back. So when you're doing number 2, so 1's the chamber, number 2, you're extending to impact. You're trying to impact the solar plexus of your opponent or your target. Your target's not going to have a solar plexus, but you know what I mean. So the solar plexus of your opponent, and you're going to try and impact that, in this particular instance, to the ball of the foot. Now, depending on the competition, you can hit pretty much anywhere on the body with this kick. So there is a bit of margin for error, for competition. Okay, so that's the front snap kick. Let's get a few of these done. Right then, so we're going to come into our fighting stance. Now, hopefully you know how to do a fighting stance from the previous lesson or the fighting stance video. If you haven't, go and check that out now. So left leg in front or right leg in front, you're going to have your guard up. Now, with the fighting stance, you should have equal weight, as you know, in both legs. So we're going to start this front kick with the front leg. It's just a little bit easier. There's a few, you don't have to do quite as much. There are less things to do, okay, which is obviously a great place to start from. So all we're going to do is chamber the front leg. So we're going to lift up, kick, and then bring it back down to the floor again. So stick with the 4 component parts, and we're going to do 10 on the count, okay? We're ready, guard up, front kick, front leg. 1, don't forget to breathe. 2, 3, 4, that's good, so no higher than the body for now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Change your stance over. So it's exactly the same. Guard's going to come up. Just got your right leg in front instead of your left leg in front. All the other way around. So front kick, front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. I'm going to turn side on. So it's a front snap kick, so we're snapping. So this 2 and 3. Yeah, we're going to bring it back again, nice and quick. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. So, straight back into your left fighting stance, or your original stance that you started in. So we're going to do exactly the same thing, but now we're going to do this with the rear leg. So the only addition that we need is the foot you're standing on. So I want you to lift up, and then you're going to pivot the foot. So if you noticed, when we did the front kick with the front leg, the back foot's already on this 45-degree angle. So we didn't need to do anything. We could execute the kick, no problem. So with this one, we're just going to have to turn this front foot a little bit as we come through with the kick. Okay, so a quick demo. So we're going to come up, turn that foot. When you plant your foot back down, turn this one back into fighting stance. So again, side on. So we're going to be from here, leg comes up, turn, kick, back into fighting stance again. All right, so just a quick pivot on the front of the foot. Okay, and the ball of the foot. All right, front snap kick, rear leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep going, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's good. Change your stance over. Exactly the same. Front snap kick, rear leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great job, guys. Let's move on. Let's hit something. Okay, let's move on. So now we're going to do what we've just done, and we're going to do it on the punch bag, or if you're training with a partner, naturally you're going to be taking it in turns. If you've got a kick shield, then you can do this on the kick shield as well. There is a kick shield video that I've made on how to hold the kick shield to make your life a little bit easier. So I'll stick that in the description box below, so you can click on that one just to get a few tips on holding the pad properly when someone's trying to kick you. So check that one out. Now with this one, I mentioned about pointing your toes, so you impact with the ball of the foot, whether you're kicking the pad or whether you're kicking the punch bag. If you don't get your foot in the right position now, this is where you're going to feel it, because your toes, if you impact with the toes, I promise you only do it once because it hurts like hell. Okay, so if you are struggling to get that foot position right and impact with the ball of the foot, then might be worth for now just impacting with the bottom of the whole of the bottom part of the foot, just to save your toes. Okay, failing that, reduce the power a little bit in the speed, just so you can try and get the foot in the right position and save your toes. Okay, right, are we ready? Front kick. Remember we did it with the front legs, need a little bit closer, so it's going to lift, snap kick, foot comes back down onto the floor again. Okay, so we'll do 10 on the count, don't forget to breathe. Point your toes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Change stance over. Exactly the same thing. Front snap kick, front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Okay, so now same again, rear leg. So we're going to have to come a little bit further away for this one because we're having to come through with the leg. So step back a smidge and move a knee up, get your impact, and then back again. If you are too far away or if you're too close, you're allowed to move. Yeah, adjust yourself accordingly. So like the punches, you want to extend the leg, but you don't want to lock out the joint. Okay, so front snap kick, rear leg, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Change your stance over. Front snap kick, rear leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Great job, guys. Let's move on to something else. Okay, next up we're going to add a bit of movement. So movement, I mean we're going to be stepping forwards. Okay, so everything we've done so far has been on the spot, whether that's hitting the bag or on the spot to get it. Now we're going to be stepping forward, so we're going to change our stance every single time. So all we're going to do, the front kick is the front kick is the front kick, so we're going to lift up, we're going to do the 2 and the 3, so we snap, and then instead of just bringing it back, we're going to step forward on number 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're in right fighting stance the other side. Then it'll be the same, so knee up, 1, 2, 3, 4, now we're back to our original stance, and we're just going to keep doing that, stepping forwards. We are going to turn as well. For now, it doesn't matter how you turn, just turn and come back into a fighting stance, but that's left leg in front or right leg in front. Really doesn't matter at this stage because we're going to be alternating our stances anyway. Must apologise in advance. I am going to have my back to you sometimes, obviously when I'm travelling back this way, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because you can see the kick from different angles. Okay, so front snap kick off of the rear leg, and we're going to step forwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stuff. So now we're going to turn. Doesn't matter how you turn, just turn face the other way, come into a stance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Turn and face the other way. 2 more of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And turn and face the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Turn and face the other way. 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Turn and face the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stuff. And back. Okay, just relax. Right, so this part of the lesson we're going to add something to the kick. So although the lesson objective is the front kick, we can still practice that, and there's no reason why we can't chuck in stuff that we've already learned from previous lessons. So lesson 1, we did the jab, the cross, the lead hook and the rear hook. So we're going to blend them into this lesson as well and make the front kick a little bit more interesting. So from your fighting stance, we're going to stick to staying on the spot for this one. We're going to add the jab cross. So remember, jab's going to be the front hand, then we're going to do the cross. So your foot and your hip are already turned, and it's kind of asking for a front kick here. So it's going to lift the leg up chamber, do the kick, and then bring it back again. So it's going to be jab, cross, front kick, and then back into your fighting stance again. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of them. Jab, cross, front kick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Change stance over. Okay, so although the stance has changed over now, it's going to get a little bit complicated, so don't worry if this feels a little odd. Okay, so now we're going to be in our odd stance. Yeah, so remember from first lesson I said about the big hitter, your main hand wants to be behind you. If we've changed your stance now, that's kind of gone out the window. Your best hand is in front of you. So I also said that whatever leg you've got in front is going to be your jab hand. So jab is now going to be the front hand as always, but obviously we've changed the stance now. So before it was left, yeah, now it's right. So this is your jab, this is your cross, and your front kick is your front kick is your front kick, coming off of the rear leg. Okay, if you end up doing cross jab kick, it's not the end of the world. You're still learning. Don't worry about it. Just throw a couple of punches, do the front kick off the rear leg. Okay, so jab, cross, front kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. And just relax. Right, so next up we're going to move on to our old friend, new friend, shadow boxing. So this time, naturally, we've got our jab, our cross, our lead hook and rear hook from the previous lesson, and now we've also got front kick with the front leg and front kick with the rear leg. So, like the last lesson I said, when we're shadow boxing, it's just like sparring with Mr. Invisible, so that's true, so just want to be sparring, chucking stuff out there. And I said about having your favourite stance in front. So for now, if you end up doing a front kick where you put your foot in front and your punches are not quite the way they should be, don't worry about it. Again, this is just a chance to practice your movements, okay? So move around now. Yes, your stance is going to alter if you keep your leg in front, but keep throwing your jabs and crosses and your hooks. Mix them up a little bit, chuck in some kicks, moving around again. And it's just, as you can see now, we're just going to start to build on this shadow boxing. And naturally, when we move on and cover some head movement or some more blocks and different things like that, then you can chuck all that into your shadow boxing as well. And it just makes it flow a little better and you don't feel like such a prat. Okay, so first round of shadow boxing. Are we ready? Guard up. And off we go. Okay, good stuff, and time. Right guys, time for round 2, and off we go. You put that wall in the way. Time. Good job, guys. Okay, guys, yeah, you might have guessed it's game time. So today's game, naturally, we're going to be sticking with the front kick theme. And again, this is just another chance to practice your front kick. Don't worry if it's not perfect, it's supposed to be fun, okay? So with this one, we're going to end up doing 4 kicks on 1 count. I'm going to break it down for you first. So we're going to start off with the front kick as normal. So we're going to come up, do the kick. Instead of stepping forwards or back, I want you to come off onto a 45 degrees. So we're going to step out and we're going to turn. So now we're facing the left for me, okay? And then we'll do the same again. So it's front kick, kick on the 45 degree. Then we're going to come up, kick on the 45 degree. Turn the front foot, come up, kick, and then we're back to where we started. So it's going to be 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back. And naturally, it's the same on the other side. So we're going to come up, front kick, foot comes down, so we're facing the side. Maybe move back a little bit. Front kick, and then out to the side. Front kick, twist to the side. Front kick, twist to the side, back to where we started again. Okay, so eventually, we're going to try all 4 kicks on 1 count. Okay, but let's start off so. So with me, are we ready? So 1, so front kick, down. 2, front kick, down. 3, front kick, down. 4, front kick, back to where we started. Good stuff, change your stance over. Okay, 1, front kick, down. 2, front kick, down. 3, front kick, down. 4, front kick, down. Back to where we started. Okay, so we're going to do the whole sequence on 1 count. Okay. So, left or right leg in front. Are we ready? Make sure you've got enough space. And 1. That's good. Stick with the same direction. 2. 3. Good stuff. Speed it up if you can. 4. Last one. 5. Good stuff. Okay, change your stance over. This is where it gets really interesting, because if this isn't your favourite leg, then we could end up anywhere. Okay. Ready? And yeah, we'll get straight into it, shall we? So 1. So kick, 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 kick. Good stuff. 2. That's good. 3. Lovely. Speed up if you can. 4. Last one. 5. Good stuff. And just relax. Okay, if you're feeling brave, try for 10. Maybe alter your stance each time so you don't get dizzy, but have fun with that one. It is a game after all. Right guys, moving on to the next section, we've got conditioning. So like I said before, we do this in every single lesson. So we've got press-ups, sit-ups and squats. We're going to stick with the 15. That tends to be the kind of core. But like I said before, for gradings, we're going to have to make sure we lift that level, but we are just starting out after all. So again, don't worry about the push-up bars, I just prefer using these. We're going to do 15 push-ups on the count. Just remember, keep your hands slightly wider than your body, level with your chest, and if you need to go onto your knees to start with while you're building up your strength, that's fine. It's still working the same upper body muscles, you're just taking some of the weight off, so it just helps you build up some upper body strength before we get into full push-ups. Okay, so press up position. We're going to do 15 on the count, and like before, if you're on lesson 1, hopefully you have, you need to make sure that you breathe in on the easy bit and you breathe out on the hard bit. Okay, so press up position on the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. Let's move on to the sit-ups. Okay, so we're on to the sit-ups. Now, in lesson 1, once I'd made the video and uploaded it and stuff, and I was watching it, I realised you had a nice front view. Although I demonstrated on the side, you had a nice front view of the bottom of my feet. So for this lesson, I'm going to turn to the side so you can actually see the crunchy in action as we do it. So remember, legs up, cross the feet over, and you're going to keep your legs where they are. Hands on the side of your head, head and shoulders off the floor, so your core's already tense, and you're just going to crunch up, elbows to your knees, and then back to here. So you don't relax completely. You want to stay head and shoulders off the floor. Okay, 15 on the count. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Hope that was a slightly better view. Let's move on to the squats. Right then, so it's squat time. So with this one, remember, feet roughly shoulder width apart. So we're going to sit back, bum goes back, and then we're going to come back up again. So upper part of the legs parallel to the floor. Try not to let your knees go forwards. You want your bum to sit backwards. Okay, so same again, 15 on the count. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. Check out your legs. Awesome. Right, it's time for the final stretch. So all we're going to do is take one arm across the front of your body. So you're going to grab with this arm, and you're going to pull in with the other arm. So you feel this in your shoulder. So grab and pull. That's good. And gently relax to the side. Grab and pull. Hold the stretch. Good stuff. And just relax. So like at the beginning, fingers together. Stretch into the sky. Good. Okay, and gently back. Awesome, guys. So, take feet shoulder width and a half apart. Stretch yourself forwards. Hands in front. So, again, just at the beginning, or whenever we do this stretch, go as far as you can go. So you feel the stretch down the back of the legs, and hold. That's good. Okay, bend the legs. Roll your body up. Feet together. Nope, not together yet. Feet shoulder width apart. So you're going to place your hands on your thighs. You're just going to follow the legs down as far as you can go. And hold that stretch. And bend the legs. Just roll the body up. Awesome, last one. Feet together this time. So hands on your thighs again. And follow the legs down, 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 down. Far as you could go. So when you're doing this one, remember, try and keep the legs where they are, just bending from the waist, And just go as far as you can go. That's good. Hold that stretch. Don't bend the legs. That's good. Okay, so now just unlock the legs, release the stretch, roll your body up. Good job. Okay, well done guys. That's the end of today's lesson. So feet together and respect. All right, give yourselves a clap. Awesome. Good job. Okay guys, so that's the end of Kickboxing Lesson 2, so well done for completing that one. I hope you found the front kick lesson helpful and obviously enjoyable as well. So there are going to be more lessons, obviously, lesson 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. And naturally we're going to be covering more aspects of kickboxing that you can add to these basics so we can start to build our repertoire of movements. If you are looking for some additional training in the meantime between lessons, there are lots of videos purely on the basic kicks, or maybe just a punch here and there or some blocks here and there. So if you can't wait and you're a bit keen and you want to check them out, then there are plenty of videos on the channel, over 200, and a lot of them are teaching videos for the kickboxing syllabus. Equally, if you're a little bit curious on how to grade and what you need to do for each level, then there is a playlist. I will add it to somewhere here as a playlist video, so you can click onto that one, and that's a playlist of every single belt level that you need. So for yellow belt, orange belt, green belt, etc., it will show you what fitness level you need to be, what punches you need for that particular belt, what kicks you need, whether you need sparring or combinations, etc., etc. Okay, so if you want to check that out, it'll be here somewhere. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you for lesson number 3.